China owns as well the Mexican cartels that are selling opioids to the U.S. and the rest of the world. China is one of the largest suppliers of raw materials going to Big Pharma. The corrupt politicians and the U.S. justice system are well compensated to let this happen. This is a big business. The best part of working for China. Mexican cartels can wash their money with the Chinese banks directly instead of dealing with the Swiss and the U.S. banks. Machiavellian machinations, China, Mexican cartels, and the opioid trade. In the murky underworld of international affairs and illicit trade, the nexus between China, Mexican cartels, and the opioid epidemic in the United States presents a chilling narrative of power, profit, and Machiavellian maneuvering. This essay delves into the Machiavellian approach behind this complex web of relationships, exploring how each actor pursues its interest ruthlessly, often at the expense of morality and human lives. China's role. At the heart of this Machiavellian drama lies China, a behemoth in the global arena with a penchant for strategic dominance. Leveraging its status as one of the largest suppliers of raw materials to Big Pharma, China exercises immense influence over the pharmaceutical industry's supply chain. This position affords China not only economic leverage, but also a conduit for covert operations. By turning a blind eye to the diversion of precursor chemicals, China fuels the production of opioids in clandestine labs, enriching itself while wreaking havoc on foreign soil. The Mexican cartels. Enter the Mexican cartels, notorious for their ruthlessness and ingenuity in the pursuit of profit. In a symbiotic relationship with China, these criminal organizations serve as the foot soldiers in the distribution network of opioids. Exploiting their proximity to the United States and their intricate knowledge of smuggling routes, the cartels flood American streets with deadly narcotics, feeding the insatiable appetite of addicts and fueling a public health crisis of monumental proportions. Corrupt politicians and the U.S. justice system. Yet, the Machiavellian drama does not end with China and the cartels. It extends its tendrils into the corridors of power in the United States. Corrupt politicians, motivated by self-interest and the allure of financial gain, turn a blind eye to the opioid epidemic ravaging their constituents. In exchange for generous contributions and kickbacks, these politicians craft policies that serve to perpetuate the status quo, ensuring that the flow of opioids remains uninterrupted. Similarly, the U.S. justice system, ostensibly a bastion of law and order, is not immune to the allure of corruption. Judges and law enforcement officials, seduced by the promise of wealth and influence, look the other way as the opioid trade thrives under their noses, betraying the very principles they are sworn to uphold. The business of death. At its core, the opioid trade is a business, a cold, calculating enterprise driven by profit margins and power dynamics. Machiavelli himself would recognize the logic at play here. The pursuit of self-interest, the manipulation of alliances, and the ruthless elimination of obstacles. In this cutthroat world, morality is a luxury few can afford, and human lives are mere pawns in a high-stakes game of power and greed. Conclusion. The intertwining of China, Mexican cartels, corrupt politicians, and the U.S. justice system in the opioid trade paints a chilling picture of Machiavellian politics in action. In this shadowy world, alliances shift, loyalties are bought and sold, and the pursuit of power knows no bounds. As the opioid epidemic continues to claim countless lives, it serves as a sobering reminder of the insidious consequences of unchecked ambition and Machiavellian maneuvering. Only by confronting the root causes of this crisis and holding those responsible to account can we hope to break free from its deadly grip.